Would you trade all of your Champions League winning medals for the World Cup trophy?
The biggest World Cup in human history is loading. Chaos on a scale we have never witnessed before. This is the tournament that is going to make people across the globe completely lose their sleep. Who is actually going to walk away with the glory on July 19th, 2026?
Get ready.
We start with the reigning kings. Public opinion is deeply split, but a massive portion of the football world genuinely believes Argentina can pull off the impossible back-to-back. The reasoning? They aren't rebuilding. They are rolling into North America with the exact same core group that conquered Qatar, guided by the exact same tactical mastermind on the bench. People look at modern football history and say, if a club like PSG could conquer Europe back-to-back, why can't this international machine do it again? Even Pep Guardiola was asked to cut through the noise and pick a favorite. His response was simple, cold, and definitive. Which team has Messi? Argentina? Well, then they are the favorite. But then you have the wild cards. Memphis Depay recently looked at a camera and casually announced, "We are going to the USA to win the World Cup." You have to wonder, where exactly does that level of confidence come from?
El fichaje de James y el recibimiento que hoy se le da aquí, hoy ha sido una de las sensaciones en el Mundial de Brasil. Queridos amigos, hoy damos la bienvenida al Real Madrid, a James Rodríguez.
Every single World Cup possesses a hidden rule. There is always a random striker who suddenly transforms into Ronaldo Nazario for exactly 2 weeks. They play the tournament of their lives, sign a 60 million euros contract with a giant club, and then vanish from top-tier football forever. The universe is already asking, who is going to be that ghost this month?
Would you trade all of your Champions League winning medals for the World Cup trophy?
But let's pull back the curtain on the deepest narrative running through this entire trial. This World Cup holds a weight for Cristiano Ronaldo that borders on myth. If he scores just once in North America, he becomes the first and only human being to score in 6 different World Cups. The public sentiment is overwhelming. Portugal has to win this tournament purely so CR7 can finally retire in absolute peace. It is the final, definitive ending to the GOAT debate. And on paper, the public might be right. Looking at pure talent across the pitch, a vast majority of analysts believe Portugal possesses the absolute strongest squad in the entire world. A left back like Nuno Mendes acting as a lethal weapon, backed by a midfield engine room of Bruno Fernandes, Vitinha, and João Neves. It looks flawless. But the courtroom of football is never that simple. The public consensus instantly points to a fatal flaw. The fans simply do not trust the Portuguese manager. They believe the coach is the single liability that could cause this golden generation to self-destruct. And the wolves are waiting. This might be the most wide-open, cutthroat World Cup we have ever looked at. France enters looking like an absolute titan, though some critics insist they are finally beatable. Then you look at Spain. Spain feels genuinely terrifying right now. They are armed with a young, fearless core and a midfield technical style that feels dangerously reminiscent of their legendary 2010 squad. In fact, most public projections say Spain is the one team built to give Portugal an absolute nightmare. So when the analytics firms, the fan polls, and the global data models run the simulations for this tournament, what does the collective jury actually predict? The public consensus has made its decision. For best young player, Nico Paz. For the Golden Boot, Julian Alvarez. The tournament's golden ball winner, Nico Paz. And the heavy giant predicted to suffer a shocking, catastrophic early elimination, England. Which brings the data to the final podium. The public models are predicting Germany to secure third place. They predict the reigning champions Argentina to fight all the way to the end but ultimately fall as the runner-up. And on July 19th, 2026, the collective data predicts that Cristiano Ronaldo's Portugal will lift the World Cup. That is what the world is predicting. That is what the data says on paper. But if modern football has taught us anything, it's that logic dies the moment the whistle blows. If Portugal's coach falters, if Spain's youth takes over, or if France runs over everyone, this script changes entirely. The jury is seated, and the courtroom is officially open. Drop your definitive winner in the comments below.